Riri Williams is back, and it's time to strictly focus on her character, her arc, and her relevance in the MCU. And that brings us to no other than the new series, Ironheart. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new series, Ironheart, coming to Disney Plus, debuting on June 24th. I checked out the entire season, and honestly, it's very solid. And I definitely know there's going to be a lot of thoughts, because there's already been a lot of thoughts with this film and with Riri and all that other stuff. And the haters going to hate. But hey, we're here to talk about Riri Williams, Black Girl Magic, and the new and latest series in Ironheart. So off the jump, this was a super solid series, because not only is Dominique Thorne just a fantastic actor and gives Riri so much life, but like there's so many supporting characters in this that makes it so enjoyable, so much fun. And then when it comes down to like, where does this kind of fit in the MCU and how does this push the needle and the connective tissue? It does all of that, and you all are going to be happy. All the things y'all been predicting, characters you've been asking for years, all of that is here. So fear not. Ironheart is definitely a series you want to check out. Now, first thing for me is that Ironheart takes place in Chicago. And Chicago is a very special, but yet super important for the authenticity of its culture. And if you're going to do Chicago, you gotta do it right. It's like New Orleans. Like, I think a lot of other places you can get away with stuff. Like, you can get away with Cali, you can probably get away with Florida, you could get away with New York. But I think like New Orleans and Chicago, you either get it right or you don't, period. And people will absolutely have a lot to say. And with that, like, they nailed it. And I'm not from Chicago, but like, granted, knowing people from Chicago, number two, there's so many shows that are Chicago rich, from The Chi, from Power Book Full Force, from all the Chicago PD Fire and all those. Like, all these shows are rich in the Chicago culture. And not only that, they cast people that are Chicago natives, so you can argue with your mother, but like, they get it right. And so with this one, without a doubt, they nail it. And I would also like to say too that, you know, there's a lot of good people working behind the scenes that make this work too. One being Ryan Coogler, and we know how he rocks. But another one being Shanika Hodge, who just so much love and appreciation for the craft, for her craft, for her diligence of getting this right. Her and Ryan go way back, so that's like a tandem you know you can trust in one way or another. And they nail it. They really, really nail it. And again, this is from the aesthetic, the culture, the little Easter eggs, all of that to bring Chicago to life. But with that too, Dominique, I mean, it's special to her too. Dominique, who we first seen appear in Wakanda Forever, now having her solo series. And, you know, this is one we kind of been worrying about, because not because of the haters online, but because, like, when was Disney going to start to promote it? And I started to wonder, did they lose faith? But I'm here to tell you, whether they lost it or not, you want to check this out. Oh, and I should mention too that the series has 6 episodes. It's broken up into 2 parts. So you're going to get the first 3 episodes on June 24th, and then you're going to get the next 3 on January 1st. And it's a good watch. And I'm telling you that the last 3 on July 1st definitely is going to satisfy a lot of MCU lovers. But I will say that the 24th portion of it definitely gives you the essence of Chicago, really understanding the dilemma with Riri. And the thing with Riri is that now she's back home from everything that happened in Wakanda, and she's like, what's next? School didn't quite work out. She doesn't know her relevance. And I would say sort of in a relatable factor, it's kind of like when Peter Parker returned to New York, where he's like, do I just kind of go back to my regular life, or like, am I Avenger still, or like, what do I do to like really insert my relevance with everything that I know I'm capable of now? So like it is a measure of like her understanding her purpose, her value, and just a lot of other relatable things that people definitely understand in different parts of their life. So I appreciate that, and with that too, she is dealing with some grieving. She has some loss, very important people in her life. She has a mother who's just trying to make it happen for her, but also trying to protect her, but also trying to understand. And I got to say that her mother is probably one of my favorite characters here. Like, I don't know how to put this, but Anji White may be the star of this series. And there's a lot of other people. Cree Summers is in it. Complete legend. I love that Cree's still out here working. But listen. And I haven't had the chance to talk to him, but I cannot wait till I get the opportunity one day. Anthony Ramos is literally he's working. My boy is going to get a check. I think low key in the last 3 years, he might have had probably one of the low-key better years of any actor. He was on so many major studios, big IPs. He's all over. And him as Parker Robbins, the Hood, he's a great villain. And the great villain is a villain with good conflict, very linear motives. Like you don't delineate from like, hey, I don't like this person to like, I need to take over the world. Like very straightforward with his intentions and whatnot. Anthony, man, I think, man, we gotta start to put respect on him, man. And there's so many other folks as well too. Lyric Ross, who plays Natalie Washington, who's Riri's best friend. It's gonna be a very interesting character. Actually, Lyric and Dominique have great banter with one another. I'm not sure if they've been friends prior to this, but they work very good off of one another. And as I mentioned, Angie White as Ronnie, her mother, super, super good. You're going to get a lot of laughs, but you also might get some fear, especially if you're black, because you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's exactly how my mom is. But I think, again, for all the MCU, everybody wants to talk about the connective tissue. You got that. Everybody want to talk about, the cameos and all that other stuff. Maybe not all of that. It's very grounded. It's very rich in the Chicago culture, but with a little bit of razzle dazzle of the MCU. Which I like, because considering that Riri is having this conflict between technology and magic, and how that could just go to all different degrees here, it still is really focused on the heart and soul of what Chicago is as a city, but like the product of its environment. And not only that, but Riri had been around the world. She'd been in Wakanda. She fought Namor. Like she had like some real things going on here. But like to be a genius, to be at MIT, to come back to Chicago and really trying to figure out your way. How can you get it? You're like, Dad, that's kind of a lot for that young lady. And like they really depict that in a way that this makes it such a ride and a treat to follow along with. And then I just think that Ryan Coogler, he's on fire. I mean, if you knew before, but like he's undeniable right now. And I think his presence is felt in the film. I think there's definitely a measure of diligence, there's definitely a measure of diligence to making sure that everything feels very authentic. And I also think a lot of that is just him just kind of like ensuring that people can be unapologetically them. So I say that to say, oh, this is black. Don't think they sugarcoated anything in this. This is black. And I think what's also really interesting with this is that because of the blip, you got black conversation and narratives around things. And I love it. So for me and my people, we're going to enjoy this on a different, like, whole different level. I think for the folks who just like the MCU, you're going to like it. You're going to appreciate it. You're going to get some things out of it. But I'm telling you, there's a cultural connection to this that is really unique. And it's rhyme when you think about it, because the same measure of connection I felt with Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, well, I felt with this. And honestly, I can't wait to see what they do next. And I definitely got some, ideas. I would take Moon Girl in a heartbeat. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Let's bring that to live action. Let them go to New York and do their thing. I mean, there's a lot of other black characters as well. But like, listen, I'm all about representation and inclusion, and the fact that we're getting these black characters and they're being done properly. I feel like at this rate, Ryan Coogler might need to receive a call about Blade. But seriously, like, for it being done right and it feeling authentic, I'm always going to give appreciation to that, and I always am going to scream it loud as loud as I can. But I also think it is true to ensure that we tell these stories right. And with this, you will go with Riri and her story, this genius of a young lady she is, but also understanding why she is genius. She's human, and she is going through some things, and it starts with her, trying to find her place, trying to figure out what's next, but also, working through the past and some things that goes about. So like she shows a measure of vulnerability, and it will definitely kind of pull at you at the emotions at time. But ultimately, you're gonna have one heck of a ride. And man, when you get to that 6th episode, I'm sure everybody already spoiled it and whatnot. I'm not, but like the 6th episode, the possibilities is unlimited now. And where does we go from this? I don't know. I got some thoughts, but I ain't telling you any of it because I ain't giving any away. But like, you definitely want to ensure for the 6th episode ride, you stick through, because it gets better and better to ultimately, when you get to that 6th episode, your jaw is going to be on the ground. You're going to be like, oh boy. I got to be honest too, besides like some of the big reveals, there's another reveal that I was like very happy about, and I'm still kind of wondering if they're ever going to pull the trigger on this particular character. They kind of hinted at it, and then they kind of swerve you a little bit, so I'm still wondering if they're going to like circle the block, because I will definitely love to see that character presence now. And I would love to see the visual effects behind that character. And I don't know if it's going to be on TV or if it's going to be on the bit screen, but sign me up. Sign me up to some of these new villains that might show up. You know what I mean? But listen, Ironheart, I'm sure it was on your radar and your things to do list. So you want to check it out. Will it have any connection to Fantastic Four? The answer is no. At least how I feel. But does it have connection to a lot of other things coming down the line? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, check it out. It drops on Disney Plus June 24th. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this one once you check it out. And as always, stick around for more reviews and content here at Big Go Belt Media very soon. Thanks for watching, folks.